Imagine you're faced with a challenge. Maybe someone insults you or loudly calls you out in front of a crowd. Your first instinct is usually to either get defensive or to run away. The adrenaline kicks in, your heart pounds, and you're ready to stand your ground or escape. But then what? What do you do next? The truth is, challenges are tricky because one wrong move can easily make you lose the fight, and nobody wants to do that. Of course, what you really want is to make the right decision in the heat of the moment. The thing is, challenges are unavoidable. Think of them like taxes or sequels to your favorite movies. No matter what, they'll keep coming as long as you're alive. The real difference lies in how you choose to respond to them. That's where the Stoic playbook comes into play, and that's exactly what we're going to explain in this video. Stick with us as we lay out a plan for how to handle challenges, what to focus on, and how to come out ahead given the hand you've been dealt. The most important and maybe the toughest step is to pause. Seriously, just stop for a moment before you react. Believe it or not, that tiny pause might be the strongest tool you've got. Because in that brief break, you create a bit of space to breathe, to feel whatever emotions are rushing through you, anger, frustration, even fear, and then to choose your response intentionally. Think of it like observing your mind as if you're a scientist studying your own thoughts. What are you feeling? What's the story your mind is telling itself? To put it in an analogy, imagine your mind as a wild, raging river filled with rapid currents, rocks, and obstacles. Challenges are like those massive boulders trying to flip your boat. Most people, instead of carefully steering their boat, keep staring backward at the rapids they've already survived or panickously look ahead to what's coming, never actually controlling where they're headed. This is why mindfulness and that moment of stillness matter. Be consciously bringing your attention to the present, feeling your feet on the ground, taking a deep breath, and noticing the tension in your shoulders. You can actively release that stress. Marcus Aurelius once said to do every action in your life as if it were your last. His idea was that each moment could be all you have, so it's best to give it your absolute best effort. Living this way, the Aurelius way, means shedding regrets from the past and anxieties about the future. It's about being fully present, making every moment your masterpiece. Now, let's look at how this plays out in a real-world scenario. Maybe someone at work throws a question at you in front of the team that feels like they're trying to make you look foolish. Or perhaps you get a harsh email out of the blue. It could be any kind of attack or challenge. Your initial reaction might be to fire back quickly, defend yourself, or dismiss the person completely. Something that often feeds into what your opponent wants: chaos and a loss of your composure. But here's the thing: resist that instinct. Instead, take your time, breathe, and choose your response thoughtfully. There's a famous saying about the power of a pause. Between what happens and how you respond, there is a space, a moment where you hold the power. That's your opportunity to gather information, to figure out what's really going on. Ask yourself questions. What are the stakes here? What's the real issue? Is this challenge worth fighting over, or is it something I can let go? Is this a hill worth dying on? Assess, analyze, and take a deep breath. Because here's the counterintuitive truth: pressure can actually enhance your focus. Think of it like squeezing a tube of toothpaste. Get everything concentrated right where you want it. The key is to direct that focus wisely, especially because sometimes you only have seconds to act. Recognize the challenge, then ask yourself, can I actually control this? Like triage on a battlefield, don't waste your energy on small wounds when there's a severe injury that needs your attention most. Identify the greatest threat, prioritize what matters, and then choose your response carefully. But you've got a secret weapon, a way of handling challenges that's more powerful than merely attacking or retreating. This is grounding yourself in something bigger than the immediate problem: your core principles. The Stoics advised us to respond with reason and virtue, and that comes down to four main qualities: wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. Let's see how these can be applied in real life under pressure. First, wisdom. This means seeing the situation clearly, understanding where it stems from, and deciding with insight. Next is justice, asking whether this challenge is fair, based in truth, and whether your response aligns with what's right. Third is courage, standing up for yourself and your values, even when it's uncomfortable or scary. Last is moderation, avoiding extremes in both your actions and feelings. It's about finding the balance, about reacting proportionally to what's happening. Sometimes, a small disagreement or insult doesn't deserve your energy, especially in today's digital age where many challenges are trivial. 100 folks arguing over which coffee brand is best, for example. Ask yourself, is that really worth your mental space? If you're wasting hours arguing online over minor things, it's probably better to just step away. Honestly, sometimes losing an argument is the best move if it frees you up for more meaningful pursuits. The key is separating your core value as what truly matters from superficial concerns, like what color the bathroom paint is. Your core principles are the foundation of your life. They're what you fiercely defend, because if they fall apart, everything else will follow. Superficial issues, on the other hand, are like the decorationsness but not essential. You can let them slide. Remember, your energy and time are limited. Are you going to spend it fighting pointless battles or saving it for struggles that truly matter? Take, for example, someone challenges your work ethic, saying you're not pulling your weight. If this happens at your job, it probably warrants a serious response. But if it's on some anonymous internet forum, it might be best to ignore it altogether. Sometimes the smartest move is no response at all. It's like running a marathon. You don't sprint the first 100 yards, or you'll burn out fast. Decide whether the challenge deserves your attention. If it doesn't, just walk away. If it does, then consider a useful mental framework: the Stoic circle of control. The idea is simple. Life throws all sorts of stuff at us, some of which we can influence directly and some which we cannot. Wasting your energy worrying about the things out of your control only saps your strength. If someone challenges your idea during a meeting, you can't control whether they agree or if they're having a bad day. But what you can control is how you respond. You can choose to stay calm, to listen, and even to use their challenge as an opportunity to sharpen your thinking. Epictetus once said that some things are in our control and others are not. The things in our control are our opinions, desires, choices, and actions. The things outside our control are our body, possessions, reputation, and the opinions others hold of us. So focus on your actions and reactions, forget the rest. If you obsess over things you can't change, you're giving away your power and letting someone else like a hatter win by default. Instead, seek counsel wisely. Don't just vent to random people who will listen to you. Want advice from those you respect, who will challenge you gently and push you to grow, even when it's uncomfortable. Look for voices that embody the virtues you admire: integrity, resilience, empathy. These are the people who can give you honest feedback when you need it most. Think about this. Evidence isn't just facts and data. It's testimonials, case studies, or the quiet confidence you exude because you've prepared thoroughly. Nobody likes to be lectured, but everyone respects someone who's well-informed, thoughtful, and genuinely believes in what they're saying. When you're challenged to explain yourself or justify your choices, having someone who can help you do it authentically is priceless. Preparation isn't just knowing your facts. It's owning the narrative, owning the room, and turning a challenge into a chance to shine. Confidence comes from competence, and competence results from relentless preparation. The best way to prepare, as a Stoic, involves imagining the worst-case scenario and proving to yourself you can handle it. Suppose you totally flub a presentation, the boss looks unimpressed, your coworkers snicker, and your outfit's not right. Ask yourself, will that truly destroy me? Will the world end? Of course not. You'll learn, adapt, and come back stronger. Facing the worst head-on often reveals that it isn't as catastrophic as it seems. By accepting the possibility of failure, you free yourself to perform at your best. This includes confrontation. You come at me, I come at you harder approach, especially in serious situations like in the military or high-stakes negotiations. But ask yourself, is that the right move here? Sometimes all that aggressive confrontation does is turn a small argument into a huge, messy fight. Think carefully before blowing up. Another option is reasoned discussion. Lay out facts, explain why someone is wrong, and have a rational dialogue. But what if the other person isn't interested in facts or logic? What if they're operating purely on emotion or have bad faith? That's common on social media. People don't want genuine discussion. They just want to win or hurt you. Then the best move might be strategic withdrawal, simply walking away. Sometimes, not engaging preserves your peace of mind better than trying to win an argument that wasn't worth having in the first place. Remember, spending time arguing over trivial matters is like trying to sprint before the race even begins. The smarter move, especially online, is often to just step back. Going for a walk, taking a breather, or simply focusing on something more meaningful. Those are the real wins. Before you jump into a challenge, ask yourself if it's worth your time, energy, and principles. Your response should reflect what you stand for. What do you truly believe in? What are your core values? If you compromise on those, you've already lost. No clever comeback can save you. Marcus Aurelius said, "Choose not to be harmed and you won't feel harmed." That doesn't mean ignoring challenges. It's about controlling how they affect you. Whether physically or emotionally, it's your reaction to your virtue and integrity that matter most. Seneca added that it's all about maintaining your virtue regardless of the situation. The outcome might be outside your control, but how you respond to your effort, your honorities are entirely up to you. Think of yourself at that moment when you're challenged as standing at a fork in the road. Both paths look dangerous and uncertain. You could stand there forever debating which way is right. But the truth is, the right path is the one you choose and commit to. Once you decide, everything shifts. Opportunities that weren't visible before suddenly become clear, and your mind starts working overtime, figuring out solutions you hadn't considered. And yes, you might worry about making the wrong choice. Let's be honest, you will stumble sometimes. You'll make mistakes, and that's part of growth. But the real secret is to learn from those missteps, adjust your course, and keep moving forward. There's a deep sense of relief in decisive action, like finally exhaling after holding your breath. Your anxiety lessens, replaced with energy and a renewed sense of purpose. Once you commit, you start to shape your situation instead of just reacting to it. You're in control, so stop obsessing over what-ifs. Embrace the uncertainty. Pick your path, go all in, and see what happens. You may surprise yourself. Just remember, your progress might involve some growing pains. That's normal. Growth itself demands discomfort, pushing past what's familiar, facing your fears, and stretching yourself until it feels almost like breaking. As Seneca said, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Think of it like lifting weights. Each heavier load makes you stronger. Without challenges, life becomes a cage, safe but limiting. Embracing those difficult moments is like breaking free from the bars that hold you back. It's about unlocking your full potential. The real victory isn't just surviving the challenge you're coming, after all, but preparing for the next one. Life constantly throws curveballs. The trick is learning how to hit them, or at least avoid striking out completely. Take the lessons from each experience, big or small, and apply them to future challenges. Don't just add them to the lessons learned list. Actually implement what you've learned. Remember, nobody gets through life untouched by adversity. The difference between those who crumble and those who conquer is how they respond to setbacks. It's not about dodging difficulties. It's about how you face them. When you lift weights, you don't become Hercules after one session. You build strength gradually, and sometimes your muscles will resist and feel weaker before they get stronger again. The same applies to your mental resilience. Stoicism isn't a one-time fix, but a lifelong practice, an ongoing journey of refining your mindset. The goal isn't to win every fight. Sometimes the best you can do is maintain your integrity, your dignity, and your peace inside. That's real strength. Marcus Aurelius reminded us that progress isn't about reaching some finish line, but about constant effort. Even if progress feels slow or you stumble along the way, keep moving forward no matter how small the step. Finally, if this video has helped you face your challenges better, leave a comment below about which strategy resonated most. Your experience might be the key someone else needs to succeed. And don't forget to subscribe for more timeless Stoic wisdom tools that help build mental strength and resilience for whatever life throws your way. Like Seneca said, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Every challenge you face is an opportunity, one you can handle and conquer, especially when you use the wisdom of the Stoics. So start today, shape the life you want, and step into your true strength.